We're back. We got a lot to talk about. Jay Sean Smith, whatever you want to call me. We've got Chelsea news to talk about, and it's kind of serious. Do you know what I mean? But before I start talking, doing all my Chelsea news stuff, you're gonna need to go down and subscribe. You're gonna need to go down, like the video, share with your friends, and do all of that because we're trying to get to 100 subscribers. We're at 68 or 67, which is quite good. I actually appreciate that. I need to keep my consistency up though, because my consistency is peak. But we've got quite a bit of news to talk about because I ain't done a video in about 9 days. And a lot's gone on with Chelsea since then. So I'm just going to update you from what I actually do know because I don't know everything, but I know the vast majority. And there's a bit still. So I'm going to start somewhere simple. I'm going to start with Ziyech. It's looking like Ziyech has been basically allowed. We're going to allow him to leave in January or go on loan or something because it's just not working out here at Chelsea. Mate, this guy, he plays good. Like, he was looking like he was gonna light up the Premier League this season in pre-season. He got a shoulder injury and then it all just went downhill, mate. Every time he plays, he looks lazy, bro. I swear down. He played all right against Newcastle, but every time he plays, he looks like he just doesn't fit the system at all. So I would not be surprised if this guy just decides to get up and go because it's just not worked out for him at Chelsea. Lampard signed him, he looked great, then he got injured or the manager got changed, then he just fell out of the team, and then it just all went wrong for him when it comes to his Chelsea career, mate. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, we're going to have to move on. I think, I also saw like a little rumour that Pulisic might be allowed to leave as well, but I don't know if that one's true. The Ziyech one looks more true than the Pulisic one. So, I'll be a bit upset because I had high hopes for Ziyech after seeing him at Ajax. He absolutely destroyed us at the bridge, I think it was. And, that free kick that hit Kepa in the face, you all thought it was going to be great. You thought it was going to be something easy to come, and it was going to be great. But it's just not looking that way, do you know what I mean? It's looking like it's not going to work out. Unfortunate because he's a great player, but, sometimes things just don't work out at your club. I'm not too upset like I would be if it was Pulisic. As some may know, Pulisic is my favourite player at Chelsea. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. It should be so many other players. It should be like Mount. It should be Kovacic, it should be, but I don't know what something levitates me towards Pulisic. I think it's because he sort of reminds me of Hazard when he's at his best, which we haven't seen in about 9 months because he's always injured. This guy's got the bones of a baby, mate. But it's unfortunate, So Ziyech, if he does decide to leave, thank you for your service. Or if you go on loan, thank you for your service. He might go on loan and come back into the team, you never know. But we'll see what happens in January, but that's what I've heard. But moving on, next I saw something about Barcelona are monitoring Cesar Azpilicueta's contract because they want to see if he's going to be available in January because he's on his last year, I think. Want to see if he's going to renew his contract or not. If not, they're going to sign him on pre-contract terms. Now, that is something I cannot allow. We're not allowing Captain Azpi to leave, mate. He's got to finish his career here, mate. This guy has been the most loyal servant. He's our longest serving player currently. And it's just not... I don't see why we'd get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's the young youths coming through. Reece James has come through in his position and all that. But still, he's still a big part of the team. He still lifts the trophies. He's still... You know what I mean? He's a big part of the team. And he does put in consistent... Like, you always get an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 performance from Azpilicueta, no matter what. This guy, I don't remember the last time he was injured. Actually, I think he was injured quite recently. But before that, I didn't know the last time this guy's been out for at least 2 months. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't see how we want to get rid of him. But if it happens, I will be very upset. Barcelona did sign Dani Alves. I don't know if that's changed their mind about looking at him. But I don't see why it could. Because this guy can play left back, right back, or centre back. So it's just like, he's a good servant. I think he could be intrigued just in case he's like, oh, maybe it's time for something new. Maybe he goes back home to Spain. You know what I mean? You never know. Like, it could happen, but hopefully it really doesn't. Because if that happens, I will be quite angry. I'll be quite angry indeed. You know what I mean? It would not be ideal at all. But that's all I really got to say for that. If anything comes out about that, I will definitely update you lot. But that's all I've heard so far. And that's all you're going to hear from me. Thirdly, we've apparently got interest in Leicester's FOFANA. Everyone knows FOFANA. He's currently out injured with a leg break. But Leicester don't look the same without him. Their defence looks shocking without him. Like, Leicester don't look like the same Leicester like they were last season when this guy was at a centre-back line. And he's obviously a great player. He got injured start of the season. I had him in my fantasy. I was absolutely fuming when I saw he broke his leg. So, you know, a lot of people had him in their fantasies. Everyone knows he's a great player. Apparently, we've been looking at him for a while now, and we're ready to push in January. Listen, I want to see how that goes. This is probably because that means Koundé's probably out the window. I heard Man United want him now. Like, Koundé's probably out the window. Cool. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, as I said, I didn't really think we need another centre-back, but now that we've sold Zuma, Chalobah's coming through slowly, but as I said, you know, maybe we might need another centre-back because we do play that three at the back, so another centre-back might be nice. We do have Thiago Silva, who is getting old, so, you know, like, I guess another centre-back wouldn't be a bad idea. Just FOFANA's young, exciting, promising, and he's Premier League proven, as we all know, he can play Prem football perfectly well, so it's not as bad as I thought first, but, you know, we'll see how that goes if we do sign him. We've also been looking at the lit I heard from Juventus. This guy was a star at Ajax and then he went to Juventus and his stardom quieted down a bit. I don't know if he still plays good because I don't watch Italian football that much, but it's just like, we'll have to see, like, if this gets serious, do you know what I mean? If it gets serious, we have to wait till January when it comes to transfer news. If this gets serious, I will have to look into more depth about their strengths and their weaknesses and see if they'd fit into our team. But we've got a world-class manager, world-class team. I think they would fit in nicely if we were to sign them. But, you know, right now it's nothing too serious in terms of transfer rumours. In terms of transfer rumours, it's nothing crazy. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing I could be like, let's get onto it now. It's not like Harden in the summer. You know what I mean? So, if anything gets to that point, even Werner, there's a couple of Werner news that Werner might be on his way out. Do you know what I mean? But these are just a bunch of rumours floating around. I'm just here to address them, you know? I'm just here to let you guys know. And finally, before I end off this video, I don't want to make the videos too long. I don't really want to zoom through everything, but I want to talk about them a bit, but not too much. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to rush through them because that's just low quality videos and that. But it's just like, you know, I've got to get through the stories, and if they get serious, then I go into real depth about them. But moving on, we have Rudiger's contract situation is still not figured out. Now, that's something we've got to talk about, mate, because they got to figure this out now. January is approaching fast. We are now about to enter December in about a week or two. And if we don't sign this guy's contract, someone might snap him up. I heard Bayern want to give him some ridiculous piece to join their team, and that can't run me. Bayern are already the giants of football right now. Like, I swear, I haven't seen a Bayern match in ages that didn't end like 5-0. Do you know what I mean? Slapping Barcelona 8-2 and all that. Like, it's crazy. I don't want to see Rudiger, who's probably the best defender in the Prem right now, on current form, go to Bayern, bruv. Do you know what I mean? They're already the most dangerous team in the Champions League, in my opinion. Like, that's the only team I will not want to face in the Champions League. And Rudiger going there is only going to make them better. It is in Germany as well, so it's a hometown thing. Do you know what I mean? He says he's currently playing for Chelsea. He wants to focus on his football, all of the good stuff you have to say when you're in the whole transfer saga. But listen, get his contract signed. I don't care how much it's going to cost you lot. Get it signed. Do you know what I mean? It's getting ridiculous now. He's one of our most important players, as we can see. Get it signed, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It's getting ridiculous, man. But he come out and he said he's focusing on his football, all of that, so it's nothing crazy. But I think his priority is to stay at Chelsea, but he is looking at options currently. It's not looking great, all right? It's not looking great. I want that contract signed. I want to see that announcement video. I want to see that announcement picture before I get myself happy, all right? But that's the end of the video, bro. That's the end of Chelsea news. We got Leicester on the weekend. We got to get ready for that. I'll be out of a match prediction. I need to get back on the videos, you know what I'm saying? I need to get back on it. I will be back on it. I'll see you at the weekend for the match prediction, the match reaction, all the good stuff. In a little bit.